We are at the Dubai airport show and we see a lot of visitors and professionals from the aviation industry who are here today. We are talking to Benedict. Benedict is a seasoned B2B marketing, strategy, and business development executive, helping businesses to thrive in the digital vortex and scale internationally. She comes with more than 25 years of experience in complex industries. Benedict, pleasure talking to you today.
Thanks for having me, Conan. Thank you.
Share your insights with us about the Dubai Airport Show.
I mean, the Dubai Airport Show has been it's always of course a great event, and today, with the launch of the DWTC, I don't know if you see this. It's I mean, it's fantastic. It's amazing, and it's always a joy to come back here. I mean, I come from a technology background, as you say. I started in the telecommunication industry with BT, then moved to Honeywell in the automation space. But what you may not know, though, is that during that time, I was actually in charge of developing value proposition for the airlines and for the airport. So it's really a fascinating industry.
That's really interesting. What we have seen today, there is a lot of AI implementation, tech implementation, which is happening. Rather, I would say the aviation industry is going through a complete digital transformation. And you have written a paper also on AI and the airport.
That's right.
So, can you tell us a bit more about AI and the airport and how is it revolutionizing the airport operations?
Sure. I mean, first and foremost, I mean, I think that technology has always been very much embedded into the airport industry from the very beginning. Both from a safety perspective, as of course to improve operations and improve passenger experience. I think that what another thing that we've seen specifically with COVID is that a lot of the digitization, which was already underway, has been accelerated. Right, it has been accelerated because on one hand, you needed to have like frictionless contacts, right? I mean, and when I say frictionless, is that don't create friction at touch point, but also don't touch any fat. Right? So a lot of this has been created, adopted, and fast tracked. I think that here in the region, we'll always be very fortunate of having very innovative airports. I mean, Dubai Airport, you can go through the borders in seconds now. With one area, though, and that was actually the topic of my paper, which is still a little bit more difficult to totally automate, is the part related to the airside, yeah, and specifically, runway and taxiway maintenance, which are still very labor intensive. And that was actually the topic of the paper: is how can we use, machine learning and AI to automatically identify potential failures before they happen.
Basically, we are talking about preventive.
Preventive and predictive.
Yeah,
Preventive.
it predicts.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely, because then instead of having to close down the runway to do those necessary maintenance field, you can actually do everything much faster by using a combination of identification of patterns and robotization.
That's really interesting to know. What we are also seeing is the role of females in technology leadership. What, according to you, is needed to have more representation of women in tech industry and especially on boats?
Yeah, well, I think that, and even in the aviation industry with the figures like Amanda Earhart, you've got a number of role models, and I think that this is probably the first thing that you need to do, right? Make sure that you've got a number of role models, women in leadership position that really inspire others, because this is when other women see that someone has achieved, this is someone they can aspire to. Second thing is, I believe, more collaboration. And I think that, activities that you do with the woman board of directors is exactly what enables that collaboration. And then the third part, and possibly the first of all, is that, women will continue to do what they do best. And that means also, continuous innovation, curiosity. Just don't stop. Don't think that you are bound to stop somewhere. Just, be there to learn and continue to learn.
I would say rather have a very clear career progression path and do the things which help you reach there.
Exactly.
You
Have an understanding of, you see a role model, okay, how could you get there? And then you define, the different milestones. You also identify the things that today you don't know. And so how do we get there? Absolutely.
Thank you very much for talking to us today, and it was lovely having you with us.
Thank you, Ponan, for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.